What's happening, YouTube? Just back for the week. I don't know what week it is actually. Week 3, I guess. Yeah, the week 3 update. Same old. Not too much to talk about there. I'm just gonna put up a picture now while I'm talking about or showing the latest progression that I've made. Just looking at that picture when I saw it, I could see some wave formation happening like around the head. It's kind of hard to see through the hair, but I'm hoping that once I cut my hair, I'll be able to see it a little more clearly. Hopefully I'll really have something to show you guys, because I'm sure this video you guys are probably like, boss, we ain't seeing not much, you know, and I apologize for that. But hopefully next week when I cut my hair, I'm definitely cutting my hair next week. I've been tempted to do it so many times over the past week or so, because I'm kind of just tired of having this much hair on my head anyway. But I'm gonna definitely give it a cut next week and we'll see what's going on. Now, on the topic of haircuts, there's always this debate going on about whether you cut your hair against the grain when you're waving or with the grain. And I've also seen videos on YouTube saying that it doesn't really matter which way you cut the hair. At the end of the day, you're kind of doing the same thing, just using different methods. I believe Soul Seeker, I believe that's what his name was, who does waving videos, looked at a bunch of his videos, and he did a little demo and it showed that it didn't really make much of a difference which way you cut your hair. And I'm inclined to agree. What he did say though, which I'm also inclined to agree on, is that cutting against the grain gives you a more even cut. So I normally, when I cut my hair, just in general, I normally cut against the grain. For all those of you who actually cut your own hair, I think cutting against the grain is a lot easier than cutting with the grain, especially if you're not overly skilled at doing it. So if you're waving and you want to cut your hair against the grain, which is definitely what I'm going to do, one of the things that you have to remember is that at the same guard length, cutting against the grain is actually going to cut your hair lower than if you're cutting with the grain. So you really need to be careful with that, and you really need to kind of judge what length you start cutting your hair at. I'd say the best thing that you do is start a guard that looks like it's not going to cut that much hair because it's way too big, and it's safer to do it that way if you're cutting against the grain. Run it over the head if you're not cutting any hair. Push your blade all the way in, cut it again, still not cutting enough hair. Go on to the next level. Open up your blade, cut against the grain. Is it cutting off enough hair? If you're not too sure, close your guard, cut it again. And just do it that way and kind of work your way down slowly until you've reached the level where you're comfortable that, okay, this is taking off enough hair that I want, but you're not like scalping yourself right off the bat. So a lot of people say, you know, what length guard do you use, and a lot of people talk about number 1 and number 2 guards and all that. For me, I've kind of like, I don't really know what 1 or 2 is, because the guards that I have are always, you know, like 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, that kind of thing. And I know they equate to different levels. I don't know what it is. So when I actually cut my hair, I'm going to let you guys know exactly which guard length that I used, and then you guys will kind of go ahead and make the conversion, or I might even go ahead and just find out for you what, like, you know, number 1 or number 2 converts to, and I'll drop it in the description below when I do the video next week. Outside of that, man, ain't much else going on. So next week we're gonna cut it and let's see what's gonna happen in terms of waveration, and I guess I'll see you then. In the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy this natural light, you know, Got some steaks on the grill right now, and I'm gonna enjoy my Sunday. So you guys do the same, and I'll holler at you next week. Peace.